Let's start with how to run mixed sets. This is something I kind of specialize in. I try to run mixed sets myself. And one of the things that I like about mixed sets is I have learned that mixed sets are the greatest thing in the world if you want to drink for free. I love to get free drinks. I don't like to pay. I'm a cheap fuck. What can I say? I'm just so cheap. So what I will do is, let's say we have a couple, and what I do is I look for couples, not just mixed sets. I look for couples, and I look for where they're obviously very into each other. And rather than do kind of like the typical pickup artist thing where I try to take the girl from the guy, what I do is I bring them together, closer together, and I create emotions where they're vibing with each other, and I'm the cause of that, and they recognize that. And as I'm doing that, they end up buying me drinks. True. But actually, I don't remember if someone here might have been, was anybody here when they were taking a boot camp with another company? I don't know if that person is here. I think they asked, but they may not be here yet. But I was hanging out with a guy who works for another company, and he had some students with him, and I was hanging out with this couple, and I was talking to both of them, and I was just vibing with them, and I was, oh my God, this woman, she's so beautiful. I can see why you love her. Just look at her eyes. Like, see, every time she looks at you, they get this little glimmer. And you sit and you compliment the woman. Then you go and you compliment the guy. You say, this guy is a guy who obviously knows quality. This is a guy, and you give value. You're not kissing their ass. You're not looking for something. But you're giving them value. You're like, you know what? I'm somebody who recognizes the value in you guys, and I'm going to give you that. I'm not seeking anything. I'm not saying, oh, can I do this for you? Can I do that for you? Oh, I hope you guys feel good because I'm saying all these nice things. No, you don't approach it from that way. You approach it as someone with a person of strength, and you're giving them value. And during the course of this, as I was talking to this couple, the guy started buying me drinks. You say, oh, you're really awesome. You're such a great person to be around. When you create good feelings in other people, they don't want you to leave. They just don't want you to leave. And if you start to make like you're moving away, the roll off or the takeaway or anything like that, they will do things to entice you to stay. And it's a very evolutionary type of a thing. The basic thing in evolution, how you get other people, how you get mates, is you offer food. You'll see it in just about any animal species. The one animal will bring, usually the male, will bring a carcass of an animal to the female. Do you accept this offer of food? Can I fuck you now? You know, and that's what they do. They entice you to stay with food. It's absolutely primal. It is absolutely primal. And it's a paradigm on that. What they're doing is they're saying, you know what? I love the feeling that you guys are, I love the feeling that you are creating between me and my woman. And I want you to stay because, you know what? I'm getting my dick sucked tonight. You're awesome. You know, you're creating all these great vibes. So he will entice you to, typically the guy, but sometimes the girl, will entice you to stay with drinks. And that's what I do. I work the couples. I compliment them. I make them feel, instead of drawing their attraction to me, I make them attracted to each other. And that's how you give free drinks. It's very easy, very simple, very quick to do. It's not difficult. You go in, you got to be high energy to do this. You can't go in very low energy and go, oh, you know, I can tell you're a very nice lady. Because then it looks like you're trying to do something slick. You want to be like the fun guy, the guy that's sociable. You know, you want to go, oh my God, I can tell she is so dressed up for you. She did this just for you. And you know what? I can tell that you are absolutely digging just by the way you're looking at it. It's like somebody's getting lucky tonight. You know, you throw out some humor too. You throw out lots of humor. You create the vibes and the emotions. But on to mixed sets, how you do them. The best thing you need to engage the entire group. And this is something that a lot of people forget. You're taught, oh, go and engage the guys. Engage the guys first. That's absolutely true. That is a tried and true absolute rule. You must engage the guys first, because if you don't, they'll take the girls from you every time. Almost never fails. Unless they're just like the most beta, super beta guys. Even beta guys will take the girls from it, because they can sense that something's up. But what you need to do is you approach them, you open the conversation, then you immediately need to address the girls. But you address them in a way that shows disinterest, particularly with your target. You want to neg your target early with this. You do something like, hey, are you waiting for adults to invite you to the conversation? Oh, she's so quiet. And then just turn your back on her, talk to the guys. But you want to keep talking to the girls. You keep drawing them in. But the thing of it is, the key to this is to be interesting enough. Be interesting enough that the girls don't walk away. You're not including them into the conversation, but it's still cooler for them to be standing on the outskirts listening to the awesome shit that you're saying than to go off and talk about whatever lame shit they're talking about, you know, going out and buying whatever new hair care product they got, or like the awesome coloring job that they had last week. You know, it's more, you need to be more interesting than whatever else is happening in the world. And it needs to be more interesting even from the sidelines than whatever else is going on in the bar. And that's something that you need to keep in mind what makes sense. And here's the thing, once you win the guys, once you win over the guys in a mixed set group, if they like you, and they're not with any of the girls, they will help you fuck the girl. They're going to help, they're going to go, oh man, this guy is awesome. It's like, you should meet my friend here, she is great. Isn't she fantastic? I've had so many guys offer me girls from their sets. And not only that, because if they're there with their girl, they know that their girlfriend's friend is there to like be kind of like the third wheel. They want to go out and get intimate with their girl. They want to talk about all the stuff that they're going to do. So they're more than willing for you to take their third wheel off their hands. The other guys, the guys in a mixed set are your allies. Look at them like that. Don't look at them as obstacles. Look at them as potential allies. That's a mistake that a lot of people make. They look at these guys like, oh, these guys are, you know, are potential alpha males, and I got to tool them, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. You don't just go up and start tooling guys. That's what a lot of guys, you know, a lot of guys make that mistake. They go, oh, I got to be so dominant and so powerful that I got to make all the other guys look like shit. You don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. Now, let's look again. Let's look at tribal society, where man comes from. You have a tribal leader. Tribal leader is a popular guy. He didn't get to be tribal leader by making everybody look like shit. Because if he did that, one day he's not going to wake up. Because the rest of the tribe's going to get together with a big fucking rock and crush his head. Doesn't matter how big he is, you can't defend yourself while you're asleep. And the more people you make feel like shit, the more people are not going to like you. And that's something that people need to keep in mind. You don't want to just go around tooling people. Now, if they're tooling you and they're making you look like shit, yeah, tool them back. Go ahead and tool him back. But you can't go through life looking at every man like he's your enemy, like he's a potential amok. First thing you should do is look at him like, this guy's a potential ally. This guy's a potential friend. I want to befriend this guy. And that is how you work a mixed set.